Okay, so finally, welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2018. I'm sorry, in just a god that you have to go now. Thank you for bearing with me. Definitely didn't do this on purpose. I'm more frustrated than any of you, trust me. But yeah, welcome guys. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like, helps out the channel. If you're watching on Twitch, thanks so much for being here. And today we're going to be taking a look at some not so usual decks, not so meta decks, which is always fun, and we get more content for the channel and whatnot. We get more interesting games and make us think more, and it's always good to practice with unorthodox ideas as well. So we have LUCARIO GX 210 HP, Aura Strike, we have 30 damage, and then 90 more if LUCARIO evolved from Riolu this turn, which is likely. And then we have Cyclone Kick, dealing 130 damage. Cyclone Kick dealing 130 damage with strong energy, Regirox and whatnot. You get that extra oomph, which is really cool. And then we have Cantankerous Beatdown GX, which is our GX attack of choice. We deal 30 damage for every damage counter LUCARIO has, so it makes it really weird for opponents to actually attack into LUCARIO if they're not gonna 1-KO, because you do get the chance to 1-KO yourself. Aura Strike also hit some really nice numbers with Choice Band and Regirox and whatnot. Thank you guys for letting me know that there's no lag here. That's what we are always rooting for. So yeah, LUCARIO GX, pretty decent card. It just got released a few weeks ago, and it had some decent success at Portland, I would say. Psychic Weakness doesn't help it because it shares the same weakness as Puzzle and everyone's playing Mute, but it still didn't stop it from doing pretty well. We also have Puzzle in the deck, 190 HP, Jet Punch dealing 30 and 30 to something else, basically setting up either LUCARIO or itself to deal extra damage and get those knockouts. Knuckle Impact dealing 160 and we can't attack during the next turn. Absorption GX dealing 40 damage for every prize card we still have, so it's strong early game, weak later in the game, but still a very good GX attack to have. And then once again the Psychic Weakness. Now for support we have the Sudowoodo by In Just a God. We have Sudowoodo with Watch and Learn, which allows us to copy opposing Knuckle Impacts, opposing Absorptions, opposing Cantankerous Beatdown, although that's unlikely to be useful, opposing Dangerous Rogue, opposing Righteous Beating, etc. We have 2 Regirock as well to increase damage output with Regipower, which allows other fighting type Pokemon to deal 10 more damage per Regirock to the active. And then we have Bedrock Press, which is a very decent attack, and it's a non-psychic weak attacker as well, so I do find myself occasionally attacking with Regirock. For draw support package we have the 2-2 Octillery line and the 1 Tapu Lele. And then for supporters we have the 4 Sycamore, 4 Guzma, 2 N, and 2 Cynthia, so pretty self-explanatory there. 4 Max Elixir to accelerate energy, 4 Ultra Ball to increase consistency and search for the right Pokemon at the right time, 1 Escape Rope, 1 Super Rod for utility purposes, and then 4 Choice Band to make sure that we're hitting the right numbers, and then 4 Floatstone to make sure that we can retreat our Pokemon. Finally we have the 4 Strong and the 9 Basic Fighting Energy, which I actually should quickly replace for the cooler looking ones from Sun and Moon. I really like how they look, the secret rares and the non-secret rares. So let's save the deck. That was quite a quick explanation, but I feel like the deck is very simple. Now this deck was used by 2 people to make Day 2 at Portland, Ross Goffin and Jonathan Paranada. Did get Day 2 with this deck, so it's really good. And I believe they went a combined something like 12-0 or something against other fighting decks, which speaks volumes of LUCARIO and its potential against other fighting type decks. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Regirock start, never cool. Never cool to have a Regirock start. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully no lag. If there's any lag, guys, please let me know. I really don't want there to be lag or stuttering in the stream, so if there is some, please let me know. If there isn't, then you don't have to say anything. Okay, so we're up against the Zoroark deck. Always a nice thing to see, although they are running extra Mews and Mewtwo's, yep, to compensate for the fighting type weakness. We see, okay, so we see the Whiny Voice Zorua and the Moonless Madness Zorua and also Coco. So this means either my opponent is using the wrong Zoruas, or our opponent is actually using a Zoroark counter energy deck. That's the only reason you would use this type of Zorua. So let's start off. Okay, so the issue is I have the escape rope, but my opponent can just promote Mewtwo. My opponent can simply promote Mewtwo. So I feel like I'm gonna get rid of the escape rope for now. And I'll set up a Riolu. Let's figure out our prices really quickly. We have one Riolu and one Lucario price. No, we're running at 3-2, never mind. So we have no Pokemon priced, we have one Ultra priced, we have one Brooklet priced, we have one Cynthia priced, we have one Sycamore priced, one Choice Band priced, 7, 8, 9, and something else that I can't quite figure out just yet. No, chat hasn't stopped working, people are just quiet today. But all good, Realski, unless you type something before and I didn't get it. I'll save the strong for now. Ooh, we get all the float stones, so now I wish that was a BUZZWOLE, but this is okay, I guess. Yeah, chat seems to be good, and it's also showing over there, so chat should be good here. Everything seems to be working properly now. And we are barely dropping any frames. Okay, so my opponent is actually running a Golizabeth deck. Not a I mean, he still could have counter energy, of course. But the fact that he managed to set up without using Tapu Lele is actually pretty insane. We end him into triple Zoroark. And he's just gonna hit Reggie for as much damage as he can. My opponent is down to 2 cards though. As long as we find a Lucario, we should be good here because we have the Floatstone. So I'm gonna play them both. I'm gonna play the Riolu. I feel like there's merit to playing the Floatstone as well here. So I don't really need the Choice Band to knock out anything. And I'm just thinning as well, which is really good. Why? What a hand. What a hand. Okay. So, do we just give up on the Regirock? Now, if we can detect here, either we only lose a prize. That was such a sad draw off of Cynthia. And we even flipped Tails to top it off. Oh my gosh. Riddleski against Ho deck variants, Sudowoodo is your friend because you can knock them right back. We want to power up Knuckle Impact with Strongs and Elixirs. If they overbench, then LYCANROC's GX attack makes it very manageable. If they're not if they don't have a lot of bench Pokemon, you can just knock out with Sudowoodo potentially. if they have a lot of bench Pokemon, then LYCANROC GX can put in a lot of work. Okay, please top deck. Thank you. Do I need a choice band? I don't think I do. Choice band doesn't help me knocking out Zorks. And it also doesn't help me with Cantankerous Beat down here. Okay, so I'm gonna take a risk by getting Octillery here. I do want to draw all 5 though. Okay. So we hit the Elixir. Now, come on. I can't draw that badly, right? Twice in a row. Okay, apparently I can. Wow. There's just no words for that, guys. What do I do there? What do I do? Seriously, what do I do? My initial hand was looking great. We dead drew 1 turn of the Cynthia fine. And then we top decked the Ultra Ball. And then it was gonna be fine. And then that happened. No Spanish Protissimo. It's just the views just aren't there. We get another Reggie start. Oh my gosh. The views aren't there. It's like Protissimo. If the Spanish videos still had the same views constantly, that means people are coming back to the channel to see the videos. But they've been going down. Like, videos aren't even getting 500 views. So people are actually not watching the Spanish videos. So why keep making videos for people that don't watch them anymore? I know there are people that still watch them, but they've been slowly decreasing. And generally, this is my job now, and speaking from a business point of view, English streams and English videos have always been a lot better. I mean, I'm still doing Spanish content. There's Spanish VGC, and I will still do some Spanish streams. But it won't be like one day English, one day Spanish, one day English, one day Spanish. Okay. So, we're gonna search for a remedy here. Lucario is pretty good, but I feel like the elixirs should go onto BUZZWOLE if we do hit them. Now, it'll be interesting to see if we're up against BUZZWOLE LYCANROC or Lucario LYCANROC. And we'll just pass for now. Yeah, I could have searched for Tapu Lele and a Sycamore, I agree. I just figured that the chances of drawing something with Octillery were fine after having drawn so badly afterwards. Like, even if I Sycamored into those 5 cards, Corey, I don't have the rules set up like that. Realski, how many deck variants have you tried with LUCARIO GX? Basically, Zork, Lucario. What do you mean, what rules? Like, just be nice and chat? That's all you need to do. I've tried Zork, Lucario. I've tried BUZZWOLE Lucario. I've tried Garbodor Lucario. I feel like this is its strongest version so far. Okay, so my opponent's gonna Kuzma up the Remory to knock it out. No, he's just gonna go ahead and knock out the BUZZWOLE. Or go after the BUZZWOLE, rather. That's fine because we get knockout here, and he's still not threatening us. We can set up our Riolu here, and we can attach the choice band to it because we don't need it on the active. And then with Cynthia, don't want to end my opponent, he's clearly not drawing too well. And we got Auxiliary to save, which is nice. And then we Absorption GX, right? Yeah. Absorption GX for 250. We still have 3 choice bands that could get us a knockout on BUZZWOLE. We also can just knock out Tapu Lele as well. Great, just be nice. Use common sense for the chat rules. There's no real chat rules. Okay, so we see the Mew by my opponent, but it doesn't threaten BUZZWOLE just yet. See double Floatstone, we see attachment to BUZZWOLE, and we see an N. Sí, sí puedes escribir en español, Corey, no pasa nada. Español o inglés está totalmente permitido, o hasta portugués si quieren. Okay, so my opponent probably looking for an elixir. My opponent probably looking for an elixir. And he simply passes. Okay, so this opens up a lot of potentially good plays. We can, if we find a Guzma, we can just gun down that BUZZWOLE. So let's search for the second Regirock because we need the second Regirock to actually take a knockout with Lucario on BUZZWOLEs if it comes to that. And here I just really want a Guzma. Now by doing this, I eliminate the option of getting Lele for the Guzma. And there's a Lele, but I do get the Guzma. So we'll probably see a concession here. We just, like, Lucario didn't come into play, we just hit our elixirs and my opponent didn't find his. That's what this game comes down to. Sí, Corey, me parece que Vicabulo es un muy buen deck y creo que sí es meta, le gana a casi todas las variantes de Zork, sufre mucho contra BUZZWOLE, pero bueno, no le puede ganar a todo, ¿no? Yeah, like either if you're using Lucario without max elixirs, you definitely have to play it with Zork. Otherwise, you always play max elixirs. Okay, so there's a win, a straightforward win where Lucario actually didn't do anything. It was BUZZWOLE doing all the work. And I mean, the Mew can be threatening if it comes out early enough, but at that point, it just wasn't really there. And yeah, Rilski, like all the fighting type mirror matches basically come down to who finds and or hits their max elixirs first. Only to that, pretty much. I would like to go first. Corey, Dark Integral es una persona excelente, pero nunca tomaría los decks que él hace en serio, porque él no es un jugador competitivo. Las listas que han tenido éxito de Vikavolt Tapu Bulu utilizan Choice Band, entonces definitivamente debería ser 4 Choice Bands. Vikavolt le ganó a tu deck de Garde, pues sí, cuando tiene todo Vikavolt es imparable, pero no es lo más común que lo tenga, ¿no? Sí, yo tampoco nunca perdí contra Vikavolt utilizando Gardevoir. Okay. So we get an okay start, and then we Cynthia, and then we Brooklet. Okay, so we're actually up against the fire deck, as we were mentioning, and my Sudowoodo is prized, so that's not good news. That is definitely not good news for us. The early damage from BUZZWOLE is actually going to be really important to set up the Ho for some damage. Okay, there's a Kiawe, there's another Ho. Is he gonna power up the bench Ho? Yeah, he is. Okay, fair enough. That works. Okay, so we definitely wanna prioritize getting out the Regirox, I feel. Well, not really. I guess the Regirox, we can get them at any point. We'll get a Remoraid. We'll get a Remoraid. And then, okay, the Strong has to go into the Riolu. And then this. Sycamoring away these cards doesn't feel good, but I think I have to. Like, the Guzma is not a big loss, but the 2 energy are definitely a big loss. Okay, so right now I'm only dealing 10 damage to the active. The 30 on the bench is what's important. I will bench the Regirock and I will attach the Choice Band. And then I will just Jet Punch and place the 30 on the Ho, because that sets them up both to be knocked out by LUCARIO GX. So my opponent actually should recognize, like, he could get greedy and just retreat and knock out the BUZZWOLE, which would be fine by me, because then I would just get a return knockout with LUCARIO. If he doesn't get greedy, he will Guzma the Riolu, Steam Up, and knock that out. If it is a switch, it's fine. Like, we don't care about the BUZZWOLE already did its job. We don't mind. We don't mind BUZZWOLE going down. Ooh. Losing the Choice Band. Okay, so my opponent recognizes that. Yeah? Wait, Ho doesn't have fighting resistance? How did I do 50 damage? Okay, he does have Dawn Wings. He will knock out my BUZZWOLE, so we're gonna need to find another Choice Band. That field lower was really clutch. Okay, because LUCARIO with double Regirock and evolving and the Strong is now dealing 160 minus 20, 140. So I either need another Strong or I need a Choice Band. One of the two. Have the Brooklet to search for the other Regirock. See, that Strong energy that we just lost, that's huge. The Choice Band that I attached is also pretty huge. There's a Regirock. Hello, Joe Bro. Thanks so much for being here. And then we're just gonna go all out here, guys. We're gonna Ultra Roll for the Lucario to guarantee. Manchas! Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the bits. That's very kind of you. Always coming through like the White Snake. Thank you so much. Okay. And then we just Sycamore, and then we need either Strong or Choice Band, of which we have 2 left. There we go. There's the Choice Band. So this will give us some decent time, because we can actually attach energy to Lucario now. Because my opponent will now need to hit an Elixir, have a Fire from his hand, and Steam Up once to knock out this Lucario, or have a Choice Band. If he has all of that, then we are in trouble. But I still commit the energy here, because then we're prepping for a Cyclone Kick follow-up potentially on that guy. Okay, so we shall Aura Strike. So the 30 damage that BUZZWOLE did was very important. How do you do 50 to bench Ho? No, he switched. I did 50 to the active Ho with a Choice Banded BUZZWOLE with a Regirock. That was 70 minus 20, that's 50. And then 30 to the other Ho. And he didn't Guzma, he used Dawn Wings. Okay, there's the energy, there's another Ho. can see the max elixir. Yeah, like it's always worst case scenario, right? I mean, I was hoping to get Sudowoodo from the prizes. If I don't get Sudowoodo, then I just need to do the same thing. I'm gonna need my other Lucario, and thankfully because it has 50 damage, now all I need is a strong. I need either fighting or choice band or strong, and that's it. Okay, so he just supered. I assume he hit the elixir. Yeah, he has the elixir. He's gonna hit the elixir, of course. Okay, so this is absolute worst case scenario, guys. Especially because we have Sudowoodo priced. If Sudowoodo wasn't priced, we would be fine here. Yeah, I guess the energy should have gone to Riolu. Because then we elixir and then attach, and then we could have used we'll see. Okay. So we need to do the best we can here to thin as much as possible. We'll get the Riolu. We only have one Lucario, which we are going to search for. We have the choice band and we have the two strongs. So what we need to do here is see as many cards as we can, because once we get rid of that hole, we should be in a very good position. Oh, we whiffed the elixir. Okay, that's really bad. Whiffing that elixir is really, really bad. Okay, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna Lele for a Cynthia. Yeah, we're 20 short of damage, so I'm gonna get the Lucario now, and we'll see. Gray, no, sí conozco a Chun-Li en persona, sí lo conozco en persona. Lo conocí en Anaheim. Okay, there's the strong. So we got the strong, that works. We got the strong, which is good. Now our issue is actually going to be getting the last prize card, because my opponent will Nitro Tank. Next turn my opponent will Nitro Tank, he will power up a Ho. He will power up a Ho-Oh. And we don't have a third Lucario in our deck. We need to find our Subrod. Okay, so we do hit the elixir. We hit the other elixir. There's a choice band, okay. And now let's Abyssal Hand. We need that Subrod. We don't get the Subrod. Okay. So Auto Strike should be dealing enough damage, yes. Thanks to the double Regirock coming in clutch. And there is the Subrod, perfect. We have the Subrod, the Ultra Ball, and the energy. So if my opponent doesn't end us, and the Guzma, we should be fine here. Oh no, I still need the choice band. Okay, so it's gonna depend on our draws. This is gonna be a very close finish. We could also get the strong energy as well. And Max Rock, no vi el King Drag X, no lo vi, la verdad, no he visto nada. Intento no ver las cartas nuevas porque me distraen de los torneos que todavía no afectan esas cartas nuevas, ¿no? De nada me sirve prepararme para el King Drag X cuando viene el torneo de Latinoamérica y así. Entonces procuro no ver las cartas nuevas hasta que ya estamos a una o máximo 2 semanas antes del lanzamiento. Supongo que ya no falta tanto, pero... Okay, so there's the Nitro Tank. We need to Subrod back the Lucario. I wish I could only Subrod one card. If I had hit the first elixir onto this Lucario, we would have game already. But because we whiffed, that's not going to be the case. And now that Lele is what we're targeting here. Okay, so we get the fighting, which is probably the worst card we could have gotten here. Oh no. Okay, so I need to Subrod first. The Lucario, and then... Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get there. I don't think we're gonna get there, guys. So if I evolve into Lucario, I'm dealing 150 damage. I am dealing exactly 150 damage. There's the Lucario. So we need to hit either Strong or Choice Band off of an Abyssal Hand to 2. That's all we can do here. That is absolutely all we can do. So we'll see what happens. If we get it, we get it. We have 8 cards, we're gonna draw 2 of them. The button says well played. No, and we whiffed. We whiffed. Yeah, we whiffed. So now we need him to not have Kuzma. Oh, come on. Now we need him to not have Kuzma, right? 130, 140, 150. Yeah, we're 20 short. If I attack him, he just retreats. I mean, we get another try next turn. No, we don't. That's so sad. I mean, we have to top deck. We lose the artillery here, and then we have to top deck. That was so sad. Now I need my opponent to not have Kuzma. If he has Kuzma, that's game. If he doesn't, we may yet live for one more turn. Yeah, I mean, that's how you play it, right? You have to get rid of their threats. We had this free turn where we could have won when he had to recharge. The early discard of the 2 energy, especially the Strong, ended up really hurting us. So yeah, my opponent has 4 cards. Yeah, I don't think the escape rope is needed. Ooh, my opponent actually is not gonna have Kuzma, apparently. My opponent is not gonna have Kuzma. He's just gonna shell trap now. Or he's gonna knock out with Turtonator. Yeah, he's gonna knock out with Turtonator. Okay, so we need to top deck. We absolutely need to top deck here. So we can target down that Lele once again. And nope, that is not it. Okay, that's not it. If we end my opponent down to 1 card, it will come down to who top decks first. Either him or fire, there's 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3. How many energy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 energy. So he still has a ton of energy. I don't think we can win here. Even if I end him down to 1 card. Even if I end him down to 1 card. Which I have to. Do you think it's worth to include Oranguru and Zorak decks to have better match against Sylvan and Hoopa? Yeah, Kike, I do think it's worth it. I do think it's worth it. Okay, now we just attack here. We go for the Aura Strike. I mean, I'm sure my opponent will have the Fire Energy. There's no way he doesn't have the Fire Energy. I needed any energy. He needs a fire. Yeah, he just invasions, retreats, steam ups, and that's game. We whiffed, and he didn't. Oh my gosh. He used Phoenix Burn. Okay, so we win then. Okay, we got the Strong, so now we had actually knockout. We actually had knockout on Lele. But now we can Cantankerous beat down. Okay, so my opponent whiffed more than us. Okay, that works. If we had Sudowoodo, this matchup would not have come down to this. This matchup would have been much, much easier. But because we didn't and it was priced, it became super, super difficult. But we managed the very tight win in the end. The GX attack from Lucario, it deals 30 damage for every damage counter Lucario has on it. So I don't know why my opponent did that attack. Maybe he forgot I hadn't used my GX attack. But anyways, let's play one more game of Lucario BUZZWOLE, shall we? I'm actually not sure how long we've been using Lucario Puzzle now. Yeah, one more game seems good. Yeah, one more game seems good. Okay, that was very intense. That had me in the edge of my seat. Why is Pseudo so important in that matchup? Because as I explained earlier, Riddlesky, Sudowoodo copies Phoenix Burn. So they attack you and then you just knock them right back out with a non-GX only using 2 energy. So that's why Sudowoodo is really good. Because you don't have to worry about hitting your evolution and whatnot. You copy their Phoenix Burn. So they deal 180, you deal 180 back, minus resistance, fine. But you have Strongs, you have Regirogs, you have Choice Bands. Yep, that's why Sudowoodo is so important. And we are playing BUZZWOLE Lucario. Oh my gosh. And we are up against our auto-loss Espion Carpenter, which is never ever fun to see. Okay. Okay, so what do I even set up here? I feel like Riolu? Maybe even Regirock. Regirock is actually a decent attacker against Espion Garb. So I'm gonna do that, and the elixir will be onto Regirock if it hits, but it did not hit, so. And hello Paul, I'm having a great day, how about you? And yeah, Zoar Carnivore is definitely still good here. Okay, so we got no energy whatsoever, we also got no supporter follow-up whatsoever. So it's like we're playing on hard mode today. And we're up against our worst, absolute worst matchups. I was like, what? Cooperate a little, deck, please. Just a little would be nice. My opponent gets a perfect start. He has a Psychic, he has a Choice Band. He's just gonna 2-hit kill the puzzle very competently. Oh boy. Okay. It's actually worth it for me to, if I get an energy, to try to attack through Confusion, because the 30 damage sets up LUCARIO GX potentially very nicely. And there's the energy. So we'll set up Remoraid. Hopefully my opponent doesn't negate abilities immediately. And let's try to Jet Punch. Okay, at least we get something going. Plays a 30 on the Lele. So we're gonna lose the BUZZWOLE, but we might be able to just knock out the Espion. Especially if my opponent doesn't set up Garbotoxin. Oh, he goes for the DCE, so either he's gonna go after my Remoraid or he's gonna go after my Riolu. He's gonna divide GX here. Why not float and use Lucario? Good question. Like, I'd rather have a full health Lucario against an Espion than a damaged BUZZWOLE in the back. The float could have avoided me the confusion, sure. I don't know why he's placing the extra damage counters here. That doesn't seem like a good idea. I would have placed 2 on Regirock. Okay. So let's go for the Riolu once again. And now, like, I don't know. Maybe it was better that way. It's just, if I attacked with Lucario, how much damage? That was 150. Yeah, maybe that was slightly better. Okay, now I definitely attack. I don't lose anything by trying to attack. If I flip tails, he would have still knocked me out, which was fine. And then the 30 damage will go to the other Eevee. Okay, so we're nicely set up to take a knockout with Lucario now. So that my opponent doesn't have Kuzma. if he does, which we're saying he's not going to play it, I'm lucky. Have you seen my starts? Have you seen my starts? Did you see the previous game? Melo, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the cheers. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. That is very kind of you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the bits. Okay. So puzzle goes down now. This is where I really need a oh my gosh, oh no. This is where I really need an end here. If I end my opponent, I actually feel like I have a shot to win. Okay, I'm gonna use a few item cards here. Ugh, that's 2 elixirs whipped. Why? Likely gonna lose the Lucario. I really need an end. Okay. So I generally forgot to check if Lele was in the deck. If Lele is not in the deck, then I'm in trouble by doing this. Okay, Lele is in the deck. Perfect. So we get to end my opponent. Coray, sí, Karen es un buen counter a Night March. Definitivamente. Ok. Max Rock, I think that's... Yo creo que eso es demasiado, porque ya con tu ventaja psíquica debería ser suficiente para no caer a Lucario. Especialmente con Trash Avalanche. Pero bueno, yo creo que Shining Jirachi tiene más usos además de eso. Yes, of course, Real Ski, I can show the deck list. Of course I can. Okay. I generally feel we have a real shot at winning this match. Depending on what my opponent drew off of the 3 cards, of course. He's only played 3 Cynthia. He hasn't thinned the deck too much. He has not thinned the deck too much. And if he's passive, with this Espion, we can Brooklet for the other Reggie, Ultra Ball for the Lucario, Choice Band Guzman, knock it out. And then we can finish off the game by knocking out the Lele. So we are in a decent position. Okay, so my opponent got an Ultra Ball, Kuzma and N. He's gonna Lele for likely Sycamore. He's gonna Lele for Sycamore. Against Greninja, Jirachi is an auto win. I disagree. Jirachi takes 1 prize and then you take another prize. And then Greninja knocks out Jirachi and then that's it. And Greninja, it's like it had the splash. So I think I disagree. Okay, Field Blower. Ooh, but if my opponent doesn't have Choice Band here, he's not knocking out Lucario. Okay. Okay, this is fine, I think. There's no Garbotoxin anymore. So the only Lele we can knock out is this one. Okay. And there's now 1, 2, 3, 4 item cards. Oof. I'm missing a Floatstone. If I had a Floatstone here, it would destroy my opponent. Okay, so the plan, gonna need an energy to finish this off. So I'm gonna get rid of this too. Yeah, now I have enough item cards where probably won't matter anymore. And then I can do this, and I can do this, and I can do this, and I can do this. And we're gonna knock out the Lele with Aura Strike. And now if Espion comes up to knock out Lucario, no wonder I whiffed the elixirs. if Espion comes up to knock out Lucario, we just use Cantankerous and we knock it out. Unless he Guzma knocks out this Lucario. In which case, that would be more problematic. But yeah, my opponent probably wants to commit. Or not. Yeah, so he knocked out this Lucario. Makes sense. Makes sense. He had the Guzma. He had discarded one already. Okay. Okay. So now Trash Avalanche is looking very scary. Extremely scary, I would say. Elixir has okay chances to hit. We still have 2 float stones. We're in trouble though. Oh! Donuts, you're right. I genuinely thought I was confused. I genuinely thought my Lucario was confused and I didn't want to risk it. You're right. I should have just used my GX. That was a huge misplay. That was actually a huge misplay. You are completely right. You are completely right. And then I would have just been able to Guzma knock out the Lele this turn. You are absolutely completely right. I was so focused on confusion, I just assumed my Lucario was confused. You are completely right. You are 100% right. That was a huge oversight on my part. Huge oversight on my part. Okay, so I didn't get the Field Blower that I wanted. Not the Field Blower, the Float Stone. Yeah, that's on me. I should have won this match the previous turn. I should have just GX'd the Espion, and then I would have knocked out the benched Lele, and I would have won. You're completely right. I don't know. I don't know what happened to me there. You are completely right. Okay, so there's the end finally. I mean, maybe my opponent would have ended me, but yeah, I squandered that away. I definitely misplayed that one. Okay. So 1 card for my opponent. We did get the Sycamore, which is very fortunate. So can we get the Floatstone? We can. Okay. So this, we might still win simply because we're getting so lucky here. Yeah, that was my bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 item cards. So a Trash Avalanche top deck wins my opponent the match. Yeah, I completely messed that up. I completely messed that up. Absolutely and completely messed that up. I was so focused. I was so focused. Okay, we have the Guzma to finish off the game, but that was unnecessarily close. That was unnecessarily close because of my mistake. But yeah, we end up beating the auto loss after my opponent had the perfect start, and with some very questionable plays from myself, I will admit. Some very questionable plays. Okay, so that seals off Lucario puzzle very nicely. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks so much for watching. Appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to leave a like, it really helps out the channel. And if you're live with me on Twitch, don't go anywhere. We still have quite a few decks to go through, so I will be right back. Don't go anywhere, please.